Let's start with Insomniac. Where the fuck my beat go? That shit... There we go. Man, let's start with Insomniac. All right, man. So like what we about to talk about, I can't show you. So we just gonna pull up a picture of Wolverine instead. Pick one and look at it. Freaking yo, for those of you who've been living under a rock, it has been a rough week for the Spider-Man camp, the Sony ponies. At first it was kind of funny, like when they lost the 7 awards, Spider-Man 2, and it was only funny because like the Sony ponies were so butthurt. But I'm not gonna lie, I actually feel kind of bad for what's going on. So for those of you unaware, Insomniac Games, the ones that's developing Spider-Man as well as the upcoming Wolverine game, they're being held for ransom by a hacker group who stole like a terabyte worth of information from them, including gameplay for Wolverine, future game plans, as well as like private info of like the developers. And they demanded $2 million. Insomniac said, we don't negotiate with terrorists. And they said, bet, we finna call your bluff. And the ransomware group is leaking information. Now, I'm not one of these dumbasses on TikTok and Twitter and YouTube actually posting the shit because you're asking for legal trouble. Also, I don't want to spoil anything, but there is gameplay floating around of Wolverine, and I've seen it. And I wasn't looking for it, by the way. I got it spoiled. As soon as I saw it, I put it in the fucking group chat. Scrolling on TikTok last night, minding my business, looking at cat videos and shit and relationship memes. Boom, there it is. And like the footage was so fast. I'm not gonna lie. How do I say this without getting into trouble? What I saw didn't surprise me. It was cool. I was more upset of something I saw in the middle of the footage. It was like a spoiler. It was something that was definitely either mid or like late game. And I'm like, bruh, it would have been nice to see that when the game comes out. That's fucking annoying. But just be aware. Turn your filters on if you frequent Twitter. Stay off TikTok. Like I said, I was not searching for it. It hit my For You page 4 times without me looking for it. Gameplay. And then on top of that, I got spoiled too. A lot of people got spoiled. On top of that too, freaking, I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about it, but people's private info is getting leaked. They're selling people's private info. Motherfuckers like addresses and phone numbers and shit like that. That's not cool. I seen some game developers at Naughty Dog calling out IGN, saying they foul for the way they reporting on it. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of agree, man. I kind of agree with it. Freaking just reporting this shit, because like they're being held for ransom and you're reporting it like it's like breaking news. Insomniac revealed this info, so like you're like supporting them. I get, yo, shout out to Rhythm with the sub, I appreciate it. But you know also what concerns me too? How many people don't understand game development? This is another thing I'm seeing from this story, right? So from the leaks, it said that Wolverine ain't coming until 2026. I was thinking 25. But according to them leaks, it's saying 2026. And the gameplay, I was reading the comment section on TikTok for the gameplay that had leaked. And like half the comment section was like, this game doesn't look good. Da-da-da-da-da. This looks rough. And I'm like, 24, 25, 26. We're still like 2.5 years out from the game. Everything you're seeing is placeholders. It's unfinished. And like, it's just weird to see people judge a game that's completely unfinished. Keep in mind, you were not supposed to, like, it's not, because I get what the game developer from Naughty Dog was saying. These are not leaks. This is like, I don't know, you call it like a cyber attack. We were not supposed to see this shit. This is not them revealing the game in a controlled environment the way that they wanted to show it to us. You're looking at completely unfinished footage, and I thought that was corny. I was like looking at the comment section. Yeah, motherfuckers are just ignorant. I was like, nah, that ain't cool. So you've been warned. You've been warned. There is apparently the story, the full script of like the plot points has been leaked online too. I have not seen that. I feel like you have to look for that. The gameplay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm warning you right now. The gameplay, you don't gotta really look for it. If you on TikTok or like IG Reels, the algorithm's gonna find you. I feel like with the plot points, you have to look for it. I didn't read any of that. I don't want to know. But I have seen some people tweet me and say that they're disappointed with the plot points, and I'm like, man, don't fucking say shit to me, bro. That fucking sucks, man. I feel bad for them. Yeah, their whole game schedule for 2030 has been leaked, which sucks. If you want to know what they're releasing, feel free to look it up or whatever. The algorithm found me quick and fast. They said, we know your ass is a nerd. But the weirdest thing that's coming out of this, like I said, data leaked. There's like a terabyte of data. Is a story I seen Ethos retweet. Did I save it here? No. Let me see. Yeah, the plot leaked. It was a story. I think this came from the data because keep in mind, Insomniac made Sunset Overdrive. Apparently, Sunset Overdrive from Insomniac Games made $500. That's crazy. That's some asshole shit to leak that info, bro. Apparently, nobody bought this fucking game. Well, I don't want to say nobody, but probably they made just enough to slightly break even, basically. Probably the production costs offset it too much. And it's crazy because this game, I like this game. I thought this was one of the good games that it was the exclusives that was on the Xbox One. But yeah, this is like, it went from like being funny, making fun of the Spider-Man Sony ponies to like, damn, like Insomniac didn't deserve this, man. Like, and then what do you gain from this shit, right? Like, what do the hackers gain from this shit? You didn't get your $2 million. The information's out there. Like, I don't understand what you gain from this. I wonder if this is gonna become a thing, like cyber attacks holding like these studios hostage. I need y'all to update y'all cybersecurity. ABC123 is not a good enough password. It's just petty. It is. It's petty. It's corny. Just letting y'all know, beware of that shit. Cyberbullying. Speaking of X-Men, how y'all feel about this? I seen this literally like right before I started streaming. Marvel Studios, according to Cosmic Marvel, Marvel Studios reportedly wants their X-Men reboot to focus on the female characters with Mr. Sinister as the main villain. They currently don't want to include Magneto at all to make the film feel different from the previous ones. Mike Wang. What the fuck Mike Wang got to do that? How y'all feel about that? Y'all want to see this movie? These devs blacklist people. Glad to see those PS Plus price hikes working out. Maybe. Nope. I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, like I tweeted about it. I'm like, yo, we've been waiting 15 years for Marvel to get back the rights to X-Men just for y'all to just bastard it. Maybe for like the second movie we can do that. But like, sounds like that one scene in Endgame. I'm tired. I'm cool with the villain. It's not the villain that I have an issue with. I find it funny they want to do an X-Men movie, but then only put the chicks in there. Like, what? What about Cyclops? What about Wolverine? What about Iceman? What about Magneto? It's like, we could do this for the second movie, but like for the first one, seems kind of weird. What about Beast? You say, you know how Marvel get down. It's like, yo, you guys are just what about Professor X? What about Professor X, bro? What about Morph, nigga? Shut the fuck up, bro. This nigga said Morph. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Oh shit. I don't get the design choice. Like, this can only work if like if it benefits the storyline. If the goal is just to make a movie with all chicks, they're gonna get so much backfire. So it's one of those things that's like, let's wait. This isn't confirmed. This is just a rumor. But like, I really hope that story is good. Because taking away a lot of key characters to put in characters nobody gives a fuck about. Like, yeah, let Rogue be there. Let Jean be there. Shit, X-23, she could be there too. Real X-Men fans know Sinister's a good villain. Yeah, he is a good villain. That was like, my issue was not the villain. I don't know why anybody in the chat brought up Sinister. I think he's a cool villain. He was fucking gene splicing and shit. He said, I was going to be real sorry. It's just like, what are we doing here? Are we doing this for the story? Are we trying to push something here? It's going to be interesting. But we're going to keep an open mind. Professor X and Beast are important characters. How the fuck they take away those characters like Beast? I think it's especially interesting too because the entire premise of the X-Men was about inclusion. So you're going to exclude everybody, half the fucking X-Men? And then also the element of Professor X was supposed to be Martin Luther King, and then Magneto was supposed to be Malcolm X. Like you're taking key elements out of the fucking show, and I don't think it's only gonna be chicks, but they want them to have more screen time. That I'm cool with. It's just the way this was worded. I'm like, what? I'm like, who's the team leader if it's not Cyclops? Then who's the team leader? Sinister's whole thing was getting Cyclops and Jean's DNA to create a super minute, so that's how it's gonna work. Yeah, that makes sense with Jean. But if you're saying Cyclops and Jean, unless he like captures Jean and not Jean, Cyclops and like keeps him like to the side or whatever, we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna keep an open mind for it. But I was just like, I don't know, man. They've been taking a lot of L's. Storm can lead. They don't even got Storm in the picture. They disrespecting her. She the first woman I think of when it comes. I think of Storm. Well, most people probably think of Jean, but I think of Storm first. But it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Let's get into this news though. Let's see what else news we got on. Yeah, send a fucking video. An X-Men series without Magneto is not an X-Men series. Yeah. Also, I think the issue too, before I get off of this, I think the issue with this too is, like I said, it's not that they want to go with the woman thing. It's more so of like, we've been waiting almost 20 years for them to get the rights back to the X-Men. How are they going to establish the X-Men into the MCU and just kill off all the niggas? Like, is there gonna be a storyline behind that? Like it's more so of like a writing issue with me. It's not that it's like chicks starring. I'm just like, this is a confusing choice. And I said, this makes more sense for the second movie, but we've been waiting 15, 20 years for the X-Men to come into the MCU. They finally appear after Thanos damn near destroys half the population. Kang the Conqueror gets defeated in court. These niggas just gonna appear out of thin air and then kill off half the X-Men? It doesn't make any sense from a writing standpoint. And I think that's the problem. Cyclops is gonna get shafted again. That nigga just be shooting laser beams. He's an emotional loser. Man, I'm not trying to see Kitty Pryde and not see Iceman and Wolverine. Shit crazy, bro. It's gonna be interesting. But I fuck with Mr. Sinister. He's a dope villain. Fuck Scott Summers. Yeah, he's a loser. I like Havoc. Let's get into this news though. What the fuck is going on? Let's hop into the feedly. That motherfucker can melt fucking glaciers and shit with his eyeballs, and he cry all the goddamn time. Vulcan, Scott's bitch ass. Where my Christian BBLs at though? Oh shit, hold up. They probably treating DP3 like a reboot. Shout out to Tino with the sub, appreciate it. Watch James Cameron use virtual camera to direct Avatar. Who gives a fuck? Sony concerned Microsoft's Activision Blizzard purchase will see Xbox leapfrog PlayStation. These niggas still crying? Yo, Sony niggas is really losing this week. God damn, y'all lost already. Sony has privately described Microsoft's $68 billion takeover of Activision Blizzard as a potential leapfrog moment for its long-term console rival to take lead. You know what's funny about this opening statement? This counteracts everything Sony ponies say. PlayStation's the greatest platform ever because we have God of War, Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man, like we, The Last of Us, Remake 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like we have all these AAA story-driven narrative games, but then Sony comes out and says, we can't compete with Microsoft. They got Call of Duty. Kratos doesn't have nothing on a G36 with a red dot that can make your block hot. This is fucking wild. I need to hear the Sony pony representatives. Like, yo, think about what the fuck they're saying. Like, god damn, these clickers got nothing on this fucking Call of Duty. Say, yeah, Kratos ain't got no fucking bars. Like, Sony sat down, they say, you know, we sat down, we thought about it, right? And Ellie playing the guitar cannot beat Akimbo 1887s, bro. It can't with the red dot. It can't do it. It can't fucking do it, man. Kratos ain't never made a 360 no-scope montage. Facts. Threats identified by Sony include Microsoft using Call of Duty to disrupt and threaten console gaming and game subscription markets, with a potential massive threat to PlayStation Plus. Sony has frequently expressed its concern about Microsoft's Activision Blizzard takeover in public and in private. Today brings more detail on how exactly PlayStation believes Xbox will benefit from the buyout. Via Sony's company slide included in the Insomniac Games hack, which includes detail on how Sony itself responded. Activision provides strategic and incredible strategic value across live service games. Yo, Sony has a real boner for live service games. Scale in mobile and PC, Sony wrote. Call of Duty remains one of the most popular gaming brands in the world, with annual premium releases and the ongoing Warzone live service battle royale. Activision Blizzard also, of course, owns mobile gaming giant King, home of Candy Crush. The jokes write themselves. They said Kratos cannot crush this candy. Joel cannot defeat Candy Crush. This is crazy. The Sony pony niggas is losing this week, which rakes in billions of dollars in revenue each year. The company also runs Battle.net, the popular launcher. Yeah, we know. In addition to all that, these moms love Candy Crush. No, that's facts. That's facts. Microsoft has now stated it's building a mobile gaming store to compete with Apple and Google as part of a bid to grow the audience of the Xbox brand to more devices. But what does their mobile store have to do with anything? That sounds like Sony's just bitching. They don't want to complain. Why don't you make a mobile store? This is capitalism, baby. Sony identified all the above as having potential to leapfrog our current pillars, which are already dated and behind the competition. That's your fault. This is crazy. That sounds like a company that just doesn't want to compete. Specifically, Sony states it's concerned over the potential impact to PlayStation Plus subscriptions, which generate more than $1.5 billion of annual reoccurring revenue. Microsoft is widely expected to include new Call of Duty titles in Xbox Game Pass when Sony's current licensing deal with the shooter franchise expire, something that will obviously draw people in. Yeah, it sounds like they're just complacent to me. Sony also currently pays to ensure select Call of Duty in-game content launches first on PlayStation, and while Microsoft has said it won't do similar in the future, at the very least Sony will lose its ability to leverage this itself. How does Sony respond? The document states that the company must expand, although whether this means acquisitions of its own is unclear, and its main current model of premium sales is a central approach. Japan is known for old school business practices, so not really pushing boundaries. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. They got a very old school corporate culture. Far from the suggestion that Sony will launch its titles in PlayStation Plus one day, as Microsoft does with Game Pass, Sony describes the perfect game subscription service as elusive. The expectation of free, best-in-class games are an unsustainable model where subscription fees don't cover investment, Sony wrote, defending its decision to focus on full-price, big-budget game launches. I thought Spider-Man 2 was undefeated, bro. It looks like Spider-Man 2 lost an 8th award. Looks like it lost an 8th award. What up, Bandit Jones? We see. Let's see what else we got going on. Somebody to love. Sony's really concerned about Microsoft's Xbox strategy following the active. Yeah, that's what we just read. Netflix reveals first look at new Adam Sandler drama. I don't see nothing else. I don't see nothing else. Wolverine's looking pretty good though. I saw it, but I'm not giving no opinion for legal reasons. Niggas is not gonna get me. I ain't see shit actually. GTA 5 cheats and codes for PS1. Well, still a series. Sony patent would see PlayStation game difficulty adapt in real time to player skill. Sony has filed a patent that would see PlayStation game difficulty adapt in real time depending on the player's skill level. As reported by Insider Gaming, the adaptive difficulty calibration for skill-based activities in virtual environments patent was filed on December 7th, 2023. Though filing a patent doesn't guarantee this technology will emerge, it does mean Sony's looking into a potential feature for upcoming PlayStations. How y'all feel about that, chat? How y'all feel about a feature where you're playing a game and if the game notices you're struggling, it drops the difficulty, but then it also might go back up after you, like you say, you beat the boss or whatever wall you run into. I'm not a fan of this. Padawan playthroughs. My thing is like, as long as this is only an option, if this is an option and I can turn it off, I'm cool with it. But like, don't force me to use this shit. That's the only thing. Just don't force me to use it. Because my thing is like, this could really fuck up a game. Like, let's say Elden Ring 2, right? Or like some DLC. You die like 3 times and then the fucking difficulty, they drop the difficulty down on the game. I wouldn't like that shit. Like, I want to keep running into the wall until I figure out how I get better. Like let me struggle. Let me figure it out. And if I want to drop the difficulty, let it be my choice. But I didn't put it on Jedi Grandmaster to get the difficulty dropped by you, the damn algorithm. That shit is weak in my opinion. If I'm playing on hard and I die, don't switch it to easy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that shit, bruh. I feel like this is a patent that was designed, a technology that's gonna be designed for game journalists and crybaby ass streamers that only play multiplayer games like Call of Duty Warzone. Man, I can't beat Godric, bro. I can't beat him. That nigga just keeps these wide ass swings. I don't know what to do. Roll, nigga. Fucking roll. Star Trek. I don't care about that. It's for nerds. Agatha MCU series rumor addresses fan complaints. Agatha. Boo. Boo. It'd be cool if you're playing on medium difficulty and it ramps it up, seeing as you can be better and not vice versa. That would be cool. That would be cool if you could also use it in reverse where it sees that you're not struggling, so it ramps up the difficulty. Like, give both options to make it easier or make it harder. I'd be more inclined to have the harder option if I feel like if I'm on normal, I'm just breezing through shit. Because I forgot what it was. I think it was like Legends of Mana, the remake. I had to put that game on the hardest difficulty because on normal, it was so fucking easy. And it's very rare, like, you'll hear me say that shit. I was like, this is a little too easy. It's mostly about the Insomniac leaks today. The Prince of Tennis is getting his own game? What? The Prince of Tennis 2, U17 World Cup. Wait, this is the second one? We recognize you're a $5. This shit in Japanese. All right, we might have to hop in the sub box because I don't see nothing going on. Yeah, because this is from yesterday about Hunter x Hunter. Interesting. Why now? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not a new anime. That shit old as hell. I tried to watch that anime. It wasn't for me. I like the Prince of Tennis, surprisingly. John Morant coming back today. Y'all think he gonna light it up on the court tonight? Loot River. What is this? MX versus ATV Legends. Yo, I remember there used to be a ATV game that would come out every 2 seconds, bro. Chill, what? I just asked you, think he gonna light it up? Look, they go to Christian BBL right there. Solo Leveling official trailer 3. So that's an anime. I don't really see nothing interesting. Black Desert Online official scholar class reveal. Who cares? Prince of Tennis and iShield 21 will go to sports. GTA trailer leaked earlier than Rocksteady got. They cheeks took now Insomniac. What you think these devs got to do to keep games from being exposed too soon like this? Better cybersecurity. Like, this is a newer phenomenon because, like, at the top of my head, I can't think of a time where, like, these game dev studios were constantly being hacked. It's really weird that they're being targeted because they don't mess with anybody. But it, like, so their security is probably average at best because it's like, who the fuck is messing with a game dev? They don't mess with anybody. So it sounds like, especially with these Sony-owned studios, Sony's gonna have to front some money so they can get better cybersecurity to protect their assets. But that's a big if. That's a big maybe because Sony don't even got good cybersecurity. Never forget Lizard Squad. We need a Tubi documentary on Lizard Squad. That's what we need. I want to come on Megan Good's forehead. Instead, we're going to send you to 600. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure you come down and catch a 600 instead. That's what we're gonna do. Nigga, this is not TikTok. Don't come over here with that shit. That's your last warning. Let's see. What it do, baby? We spotted the virgin in the chat, guys. We spot the virgin in the chat. Sandland official gameplay. Oh, they finally got some gameplay. Star Rupture official title reveal. Time Meters official gameplay trailer. Niggas are sickos. Straight sickos, bro. Callisto Protocol official player accolades trailer. That game sucks. What accolades did it get? Callisto Protocol. Entering the stream like that is crazy, crazy. I'm seeing good things about did anybody play? Hey friend. I'm seeing good things about what's that jank called? Skull and Bones, the Skull and Bones beta. I watched a preview video about it and I seen people liking that jank. I was like, what the fuck? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. There's nothing going on really in the crazy in the fucking motherfucking soapbox. All right, let's turn these beats off. Let's see, Loot River, me. Oh yeah, Zuri says she liked it too. I had fun. Yeah, I watched a couple preview videos. I was surprised. You know, we don't care about these 2D indie games. Dang, get this out of here. Sandland official gameplay trailer. I played the beta for like 20 minutes. It wasn't for me. Yeah, it's only boat combat. Anime Metal Gear Solid? No, anime Twisted Metal? I did not expect this to be a car combat game. You can fight on foot as well? Oh, okay. Anime Mad Max. Oh, you can transform on the fly? I don't know who's playing this game, but they can't aim. New COD leaks came out. For the new COD game, like next year's or like the same shit. Fight on foot or what? I want to see like where they're on foot. I just see car combat. I like how he's looking back at the camera though. Look back at it. Yeah. Need to see some on foot gameplay. I'm only halfway interested in this game because it's Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball, guys. So